This is the Indian Naval Station Baaz, located on the Great Nicobar Island, is undergoing upgrades including an airstrip extension of 860 feet and development into a deep sea port with a robust radar system. Nearby, INS Kohassa is also enhancing its runway to accommodate larger military planes. Another modern naval base, INS Jarawa in South Andaman and INS Utkarsh, which operates defense aircraft, have been recently upgraded. These enhancements are part of India's strategy to fortify the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago near the entrance of Malacca Strait, a plan that is certainly giving China some sleepless nights. So let's talk about the geopolitics of Indian Ocean and the evolution of Indo-China rivalry. The Indian Ocean is one of the most strategic seas on the globe. This is because a significant portion of world's busiest sea lines of communication locks in sort pass through the Indian Ocean. These locks not only facilitates the movement of warship but also enables the navigation of commercial vessels that transports appliances we use daily and the energy source that power them. India, bestowed with a promising geography, occupies a strategic position in the Indian Ocean as it sits between its main bottlenecks. India has started recognizing its importance of its navy due to its geographical position surrounded by the ocean on three sides. This has happened for three reasons: trade, maritime security, and China. Due to China's increasing assertiveness along the Indian Ocean, India has shifted its focus from containing Pakistan in the Arabian Sea to countering Chinese intrusion in the wider Indian Ocean region. But this is a very resource-intensive objective. To fully secure its objective in the Indian Ocean, India requires a significantly larger conventional fleet. It is currently on a 15-year modernization plan for its navy, aimed to increase its fleet from 140 vessels to 200 warships by 2027. But it is not as easy as it sounds. India's resource allocation is strained due to the standoff with Pakistan and China in the Himalayas, which demands a lot of resources for the Air Force and the Army. Although the Navy has seen an increase in share of funding, much of it is going to pre-existing contract, leaving little room for the new acquisition with promised additional funding often not taking place. With the way things are going, India's naval modernization plan will fail, leaving Navy short by a few dozen ships. Despite this constraint, India would still have acquired some advanced naval weaponry, warships, and submarines, but not enough to go head-on-head with China. So to compensate that, India is adopting a strategic approach, forming anti-China alliance with global partners, strengthening its position in the Indian Ocean and seeking to increase its own influence in China's backyard, the South China Sea. And this is where the Andaman and Nicobar Island plays a critical role. This 572 island chain, located at the intersection of Bay of Bengal and the Andaman Sea, offers a critical view of maritime traffic in the region. Despite making up only 0.2% of India's landmass, these islands account for one-third of India's exclusive economic zone. With careful military planning and infrastructure placement, India could control the western entry of the Malacca Strait. Crucial for global navigation and particularly critical for China's 80% of the total hydrocarbon imports. Of the 120,000 ships sailing through the Indian Ocean every year, 70,000 passes through the Malacca Strait. Therefore, military installation on these islands could boost India's power projection and undermine Chinese activities. And New Delhi seems to be doing exactly that. It has been operating 7 military bases and 24 civilian ports there, with huge potential for expanding military operations. In 2019, India finalized a 10-year military infrastructure development plan on these islands, aiming to enhance existing facilities and construct new ones to accommodate larger warships, submarines, drones, missile batteries, fighter jets, and troops. Meanwhile, Indian policymakers are also considering the development of a network of undersea surveillance sensors stretching from the northern tip of the archipelago to the south. This would enable India to detect and potentially block Chinese submarines from entering its exclusive economic zone, challenging the China's fleet, which has been significantly active in the South China Sea and Indian Ocean. The islands also boost India's deterrence capability. The central Andaman Sea is almost 12,000 feet deep, where India can advantageously deploy its submarines. The shallower northern region, less than 600 feet deep, poses risks for the enemy submarine, forcing them to be in the Indian control zones. Obviously, these developments are troubling for China, leading to occasional escalation and tension in the Himalayas. This is done by China to distract the India and make them redirect their focus towards the Himalayas. However, this distraction policy can only delay but cannot halt India's militarization efforts in the Andaman Sea.